Ever wonder what happened to those truly wild, boundary-pushing films? We're talking about the forgotten cult classics, so outrageous, controversial, or just plain weird that Hollywood wouldn't dare touch them today. Prepare to uncover 7 forgotten cult films that would never be made today. Number 7, DC Cab. DC Cab, 1983, is a wild, offbeat comedy about a struggling taxi company in Washington, D.C., run by Harold Max Gale, and staffed with an outrageous crew of oddball drivers. When idealistic newcomer Albert Adam Baldwin joins, he helps rally the eccentric group, including Mr. T's tough as nails, Samson and Gary Busey's unhinged Dell, to transform the failing business into a proud and united team. Amid kidnappings, fistfights, and disco-fueled montages, DC Cab delivers an underdog story wrapped in neon chaos. Loaded with crude humor, racial and gender stereotypes, and a general disregard for political correctness, DC Cab reflects the anything-goes spirit of early 80s filmmaking. Its blend of streetwise comedy, glamorized recklessness, and outrageous characters would face major backlash today. While it remains a cult gem for its raw energy and absurd charm, its content simply wouldn't survive the modern studio filter. Number 6, Times Square. Times Square tells the gritty, rebellious story of 2 teenage girls, Pamela, a shy politician's daughter, and Nikki, a punk runaway, who escape from a mental hospital and form a raw punk band called the Sleaze Sisters in New York City. They become underground icons, broadcasting their anti-establishment message over the airwaves while squatting in abandoned buildings. Set in the decaying, chaotic Times Square of the late 70s, the film captures the raw energy of punk, queer friendship, and youthful rebellion. Despite studio interference that stripped away most of its lesbian subtext, Times Square remains a cult classic for its edgy soundtrack and unapologetic attitude. Today, its portrayal of mental health institutions, underage rebellion, and queer-coded teen runaways in gritty urban squalor would face immense scrutiny. Studios would likely shy away from such bold, non-commercial storytelling, making Times Square a cinematic relic of a less sanitized era. Number 5, Brazil. Terry Gilliam's Brazil is a dystopian satire set in a nightmarish, bureaucratic future where oppressive government systems and mindless paperwork dominate everyday life. The story follows Sam Lowry, a low-level clerk who dreams of freedom and love, only to be crushed by the very system he works for. A case of mistaken identity plunges him into a surreal journey filled with bizarre characters, retro-futuristic visuals, and biting critiques of totalitarianism, consumerism, and apathy. Brazil would never be made today because of its bleak, anti-authoritarian tone, confusing narrative structure, and refusal to offer a comforting resolution. Studios today shy away from films that challenge power structures so directly or end on such a hopeless note. The film's mix of dark humor, Kafka-esque horror, and political subversion has earned it cult status, but its uncompromising vision would be considered too risky and unmarketable by modern mainstream standards. Number 4, Forbidden Zone. Forbidden Zone is a surreal, chaotic, and wildly offensive cult musical directed by Richard Elfman. The story follows the Hercules family, who discover a portal to the 6th dimension in their basement. Once inside, they're swept into a bizarre world ruled by the twisted Queen Doris and the flamboyantly evil King Fausto. Featuring Danny Elfman as Satan in a big band musical number and outrageous sets reminiscent of German Expressionism, the film dives into taboo themes, racial caricatures, absurd humor, and sexual grotesquerie. With its blackface characters, exaggerated stereotypes, and an anything-goes tone, Forbidden Zone is infamous for pushing boundaries far beyond modern standards. It blends absurdist theater, underground animation, and 1930s-style musicals into a fever dream that's as disturbing as it is unforgettable. Today, its content would spark immediate backlash, making it a prime example of a cult film that would never be greenlit in the current cultural climate. Number 3, The Beastmaster. The Beastmaster follows Dar, a warrior with the power to telepathically communicate with animals. Born to a king but stolen at birth by an evil sorcerer, Dar grows up unaware of his royal lineage. After his village is destroyed by marauders, he sets out on a quest for vengeance, aided by a loyal eagle, black tiger, and 2 clever ferrets. Along the way, he uncovers his destiny and battles the evil priest Myax, who seeks to dominate the land with dark magic and human sacrifice. A quintessential cult classic, The Beastmaster is a wild blend of sword and sorcery, nudity, and bizarre creatures. Hallmarks of early 80s fantasy. Today, its mix of animal exploitation, scantily clad women, and dark mysticism would likely never pass modern studio filters. Its unfiltered weirdness and lack of irony made it iconic, something a modern reboot would likely sterilize beyond recognition. Number 2. The Big Labowski. In The Big Labowski, Jeff the Dude Labowski, an unemployed white Russian drinking slacker, gets mistaken for a millionaire with the same name. Thugs invade his home and urinate on his rug, prompting the dude to seek compensation from the wealthy Labowski. This kicks off a bizarre chain of events involving a kidnapped trophy wife, nihilist Germans, avant-garde artists, and bowling tournaments. Joined by his volatile Vietnam vet friend Walter and the soft-spoken Donnie, the dude stumbles through Los Angeles in a haze of confusion, trying to solve a mystery he barely understands. This offbeat, quotable Coen Brothers cult classic, dripping with absurdism and stoner logic, likely wouldn't be made today. Its politically incorrect humor, meandering plot, eccentric characters, and casual attitude toward drug use would make modern studios and audiences cautious. But that's precisely what gave The Big Labowski its iconic, rebellious edge. The dude abides, even if Hollywood wouldn't. Number 1. A Boy and His Dog. In a desolate post-nuclear future, a boy and his dog follows Vic, a crude teenage survivor, and his telepathic dog, Blood. Roaming the wasteland, Vic seeks food and sex, while Blood provides guidance and emotional support. Their bond is strong but cynical. When Vic meets a mysterious girl named Quilla June, she lures him into a bizarre underground society modeled after 1950s Americana, ruled by authoritarian leaders and strange moral codes. There, Vic is deceived and used for reproduction purposes. Realizing the twisted nature of this society, he escapes only to find Blood dying from hunger. Faced with a grim choice, Vic sacrifices Quilla June to save his dog, delivering a shockingly dark, ironic ending. With its bleak tone, casual misogyny, and ethically disturbing themes, this film crosses lines modern audiences and studios avoid. Its portrayal of gender roles and violence makes it nearly impossible to greenlight in today's cultural climate. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates about the vintage videos.